Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is March 3rd of 2025. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters, located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland, has greenlit a major false flag attack or invasion of Europe on the date of April 4th of 2025, which coincidentally marks the 76th anniversary of NATO being founded in Brussels, Belgium, back on April 4th of 1949. So, exactly what type of attack or invasion is planned is obviously not known, but the most likely event is that the CIA stages a false flag Russian armed forces and Korean People's Army based attack targeting NATO troops and or personnel and or military installations in NATO nations bordering Russia. And this attack may also target Ukraine as well. But those nations include, but are not limited to, Bulgaria, the Czech Republic, Estonia, Finland, Hungary, Latvia, Lithuania, Norway, Romania, Poland, and Sweden. And in order to basically provide a fresh target for this false flag attack designed to trigger World War III, on April 1st of 2025, the German military sent this newly formed 5,000-man 5th Brigade to Lithuania, which a few days prior, back on March 25th of 2025, the CIA assassinated 4 U.S. Army personnel under the guise of a military vehicle accident in Lithuania back on March 25th. So this appears to be an ancient, esoteric, and ritualistic blood sacrifice offered up to the 4th of April, when this attack, which may target Lithuania and other countries, will commence. So essentially, they're going to frame the 3,000 Korean troops that were brought into Russia to help fight in Ukraine. They're going to frame them and Russia for this false flag attack, which will likely be committed by the Ukrainian, the 12th Special Operations Brigade, the Azov Battalion of Ukraine, the Neo-Nazi Battalion of Ukraine, Taiwanese troops likely posing as Korean troops, and of course the Israeli Defense Forces. As with all major military operations, the CIA always stages drills to acclimate the troops and the military personnel to this particular event, and in this case it's no different. So it appears that the CIA is going to execute Juniper Oak. So Juniper Oak was a joint U.S.-Israeli military operation that commenced in the Mediterranean region back on July 9th of 2023 and January 23rd of 29 through 29 of 2023. And this was a joint U.S.-Israeli operation which featured 12 Navy vessels, 140 aircraft, and the deployment of the HIMARS rocket system. So this attack, slated for April 4th, will likely feature Israeli airstrikes targeting NATO military installations and troops in NATO nations bordering Russia, along with rocket attacks being fired from Israeli ships, likely in the Baltic Sea. So this will be a two-pronged attack. And then, of course, you will have ambushes by Ukrainian troops and Taiwanese troops and Israeli forces targeting NATO troops, likely American and German, hence the aforementioned formation of the 5th Brigade in these respective countries. So it's going to look to the outside like a full-scale Russian attack with North Korean troops and Russian troops on NATO forces on the NATO-Russia border, which goes from Finland all the way down to Ukraine. And then this will obviously start World War III. And of course, aside from it being the 76th anniversary of NATO, Barack Hussein Obama is the 44th president of the United States, And so they want to politically resurrect Obama in the aftermath of this. This is why in the news you're always hearing about a third term for Donald J. Trump, but they're actually just foreshadowing a third term for Obama. So they plan on changing the Constitution or having Obama cede power under the guise of a national or international emergency. And of course, Obama is the 44th president of the United States. And so this attack on April 4th is designed to politically resurrect one Barack Hussein Obama in the aftermath of this attack, which will likely result in the arrest of Donald J. Trump for alleged foreknowledge of the attack, for alleged links to Russian President Vladimir Putin or Russian intelligence. So obviously, in the aftermath of this video report and this video and reports that I've published in respect to this impending attack, the CIA will likely change up their plans. So Plan B would likely be Russian or North Korean based false flag attacks, framing North Korea and or Russia for false flags attacks in Europe, which may be mass shootings, they may be suicide bombings, they may be truck bombings, IED bombings, they may be hostage crises, they may be storming attacks targeting capital cities or capital buildings. But the CIA is hell-bent on starting World War III on the day of April 4th, and that obviously cannot be allowed to happen. So if the CIA stages any sort of Russian or North Korean offensive in Europe or elsewhere on the day of April 4th, 2025, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Praying for a peaceful April 4th. Peace.